Hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Tomb Raider 4 The Last Revelations of this 115 speaking. Let me welcome you to what is essentially the other side of the Great Pyramid, sort of, kind of. So, whilst we didn't get to climb to the top of it or enter it, the level that we're in right now is actually a path leading to the other side of the Great Pyramid that will allow us to enter it, as the next level is called Inside the Great Pyramid. Now, obviously we can't really go back, the slope is slippery, so by now you really should have the 3 shaft keys at your disposal, because we are actually going to get our hands on the third and final one. Now, the cool thing is that we actually have what we need, and that is the guard keys, right? 2 of them we used, the third one we still haven't, to enter the Great Pyramid, right? So you might be thinking that's all you need for the progression, but we need an item, the eastern shaft key that we are missing, and well, we're gonna pass by 3 pyramids, small ones that the name is named, that the level is named after, and that is Khufu's Queen's Pyramids. Now, when I originally saw this, I thought that there's an apostrophe missing between the NNS in the Queen's word. I thought, well, Khufu's Queen just had multiple pyramids, but then I realized, wait a sec, pyramid is a tomb for the person, the deceased, right, to go to the afterlife. Why would his queen have multiple of them? And then I realized, oh, wait a second, Khufu was a naughty boy, he had multiple queens, and each of them, or several of them at least, had their pyramids. And as I said, we're gonna pass by 3 of them, and in one of them that we are gonna enter, we're gonna find the eastern shaft key. And it's really interesting, because Khufu himself built multiple pyramids, he was never happy with the previous one, up until what led to the creation of what's known as the Great Pyramid of Giza, right? So there we go. Now, cool thing about this level, it will have a very explosive beginning, so let me choose my favorite super ammo, and around the corner you probably know what to expect. Egyptian soldiers fighting scorpions, me being a bloodthirsty bastard. Hey, guess what I'm about to do? Yep. And now let's choose a normal one and finish off that second scorpion who was trying to go in for the kill. This was hilarious. I think the soldier on our right still had a time to turn around like, were you supposed to help? Boom. Wow, that's not what was supposed to happen, yeah. This is hilarious, never gets old, makes me feel bad, but at the same time it's really funny, and, you know, just, I'm a completionist. We completionists are just awful human beings, that's what's what. Okay, all the kills is all that matters, kind of. It's gonna... Once we enter the right side of this underground bunker, which basically contains left and right armory, I'm gonna open an interesting topic and explain something, but first things first, let's go into the left one. Not because it's boring, but it's simply less interesting than the right one, which is really more impressive. Now we are lucky, as the soldiers were arming themselves to fight off Seth's minions, they left the sort of iron bars unlocked, right? So we can enter inside, but in this antechamber here we still can get our hands on a small health pack. Inside, this is really cool, because basically what we are going to find here is some kind of ammunition pickup for every single weapon of the game except for the pistol. So there's one for the shotgun, one for the Uzis, one for the grenade launcher, there is one for the revolver, the best of them all, and also poison bolts for the crossbow, which again I'm going to say we are not going to use, but then again I said that before and we ended up using them in the previous level, so let's see how creative I get, and my favorite, super grenade ammunition. Awesome, this was really great. And this is not the best part. The best part is right here around the corner, or potentially worst part, depending on what you did or didn't do so far. So, when we enter in, we'll see that unfortunately the grate is closed, and the grates also are empty. This is a you get all or nothing kind of warehouse. Now, if you try and use the guard's keys to unlock it, nothing will happen. Now, the inventory in my case keeps suggesting the armory key because I have it. Now, you either have it or you don't. Back in the level called Menkaure's Pyramid, you remember we encountered a scorpion grabbing a hold of a soldier? We had a choice to kill just the scorpion with some really careful precision aiming and quick acting, or we could sort of kill them both and blast them both to smithereens, in which case we would have the guard's keys, but they only open mandatory paths in order to progress the game. Lara would not get the opportunity to pick up the armory key, she probably missed it or something, or was blown away with a soldier. However, she is given the key if she kills the scorpion before he has a chance to kill the soldier. So we sacrifice the kill for this. This level's one and only secret, and the best secret in the entire game, because once we enter inside, oh boy, this will be absolutely glorious. So, wow. Okay, let's get the boring pickups out of the way first. So, your standard crossbow bolts, which are rather worthless outside of hitting some strategic targets in order to progress the game. a normal shotgun ammunition, which is, yeah, the better one, although the most common one. So, let's get our hand on shotgun. And I'm gonna do a very quick check of all the ammunition types we are gonna get here. So, 207. Okay, so that's 6 normal shotgun bullets. Then Uzis should be 30 bullets, right? 658, indeed. Perfect. Now, I'm also picking them up in the order of the hotkeys on the PC version. So 1 for pistols, 2 for shotgun, and 3 for Uzi, and now 4 for the revolver. So let's... Oh, that was close, pick it up. 84, which should lead us to 90. Perfect, so 6, a full cylinder worth. Now number 5 is the grenade launcher, surprisingly, and this one is the only one that breaks the rule of the re-pickup being the ammunition worth count. So 20 flash, 19 super, 40 normal, but when we pick it up, it's 50 normal, 10 grenades, that's insane, and no flash or super grenades, okay? And finally, for the crossbow, so again, this confirms the ammunition pickup worth of projectiles. 130 explosive, 90 poison, 153 normal, so it should be 163 normal, and the rest is the same. Exactly. Okay, but... you know, again, you might ponder if it's really worth letting go of a kill to access this. I think secrets are more important, but here is something really amazing that's gonna happen. If you step into this antechamber and realize you don't have the key and walk out, that's it, nothing will happen. But if you enter the actual secret, get it registered, the next time you walk out, you will find a giant scorpion on top of the hill over here. Try not to lob grenades too early, up the slope, the results are not really good. Ah, satisfying as always. So this is really what makes me happy. We have sacrificed a kill in that soldier, but as a result, we were awarded a kill in the form of this scorpion. The scorpion will not appear here unless you entered the secret. You will not enter the secret unless you spared and saved the soldier, right? Now, part of me as a completionist really wishes we could still kill the soldier, still enter the secret, still trigger the scorpion, but what it basically means is that we sacrificed nothing and we still got the highest possible number of kills, which just gives me a very warm, fuzzy completionist feeling. Now, around the corner over here, let's be real quick with firing off those grenades, and whoa, make a jump! Okay, whoa. I'm so happy we did not get hit, more importantly we did not get poisoned. I would not want to use a small health pack. Still the usage is 3. I'm not sure if it's actually 3.5 or 3, it would depend, you know, the game doesn't show. It would depend on if it would be raised to 4 by using a small health pack or not, I guess. We can always find out. Now, I'm a bit terrified of this, but oh boy, let's see what we can do. Okay, Lara. Yes, you brought it down and you did not get pushed into the abyss. Perfectly done, Lara. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, I used the shotgun here, not the revolver, because the results would pretty much be the same, so, you know, why waste revolver ammo? Since the Beetle, you know, doesn't spawn up until you're right over there. We've seen this happen a couple of times when we were scaling the Great Pyramid. Now here you can jump without grabbing, which is really, really neat. Okay, and this is perhaps a bit tricky, but nothing too bad. Now. Okay, still, this makes me very nervous, but let's see. Okay, now you know what I said about the Beetle spawning here and there. Well, to our right here, get your revolver ready. Thankfully this one is already there. You can allow Lara to just bring it down, like that, like trash. Finally, what I didn't talk about yet, I probably should have from that side, the view would be more impressive, but these are the Khufu's Queen's Pyramids, right? There's 1, 2, and 3. The one right over here, the middle one, number 2, we are gonna enter to get our hands on the Eastern Shaft key, okay? And the way to enter actually infuriates me. But first things first, let's keep the revolver handy for a particularly nasty scorpion, which we need to do away with as quickly as... Oh my god, that was close! Lara, stop aiming at their tail, aim at their body, and you might actually hit something. Wow. Whew, alright, okay. It should not have taken that many bullets to bring it down, and he was just about to attack. Alright, now, if you do want to, I don't know, refill your health or something, you can actually enter the next level already. You have the guards keys if you made it this far. You can climb the pyramid and continue. But, here's the thing. If you find yourself in the next level without 4 stars, without the Eastern Shaft key, you will have to go all the way back here and find an entrance into this pyramid. Now, the problem is... there seemingly is no entrance, right? Well, this is it. It's not even a dynamic object, which in Tomb Raider engine would be a hint that something's gonna happen. It's just solid wall. Then there's this slightly visible texture, which, by the way, if you're playing a console version of the game, you have no chance of noticing. And then there's this bloody piece of rock that can be pushed, so stepping on that specially colored tile triggers no mechanism. You have to push the rock here. By the way, it doesn't even look pushable or anything like that. I mean, it kind of looks like the debris that was falling on top of us when we were climbing the Great Pyramid, but that's it? Really? I don't know, I just don't like this. If this would be a secret, this would be a cool secret. Since this is a mandatory way to get a key item, which allows us not to enter the next level, but makes you figure out in the next level that you're missing something, this is absolutely infuriating. Who's gonna think to come back here of all places, notice the tile, the rock, and just... It baffles me why they thought this is a good idea. Again, the game telegraphs nothing to the player. It's almost like the developers were getting sick and tired, which, by the way, it's officially documented they were, and they wanted players to feel the same way. I don't know. Anyway, Khufu's Queen's Pyramid number 2. Here we go. Let me share a couple of very important points here. The way this works is that many of the pathways here are sort of split via these stone pillars. These stone pillars will shrink down, allowing you to pass through if you step on a grey tile from one of two directions, right? Each is surrounded by two of these tiles and only one of them opens it. In case of the middle one, it will serve as a way back from the other side. Stepping on this tile does nothing. Stepping on the left one or right one will reveal a path forward via the stone pillars on either side shrinking. Now, here's the thing, as a disclaimer that I want to say and admit as a big shame and defeat, nah, just kidding. I'm actually going to use Stella's map of this place from Stella's Tomb Raider's net. By the way, Stella, thank you for the map so much. It is absolutely amazing and wonderful, and it allows me to do two very important things. As I'll be running through the maze and consulting the map, I thought about it, you know, there are goodies to pick up here, there are enemies to kill here, and on top of that, there are beetle swarms to avoid, but at the same time, you know me, I want to summon every single beetle swarm in the game to show you exactly how many there are, right? So, what would be better, showing you run through the maze getting the good stuff? Or showing you run through the maze getting the good stuff and the bad stuff? And the answer is, well, neither. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 2 runs through the maze. One of them I'm gonna pick up everything, kill all the enemies, get the eastern shaft key and get out straight here at the beginning, and then I'm gonna rerun through the maze, showing you where all the beetle swarms are as a proof that there are in fact 10 beetle swarms in this level, which niches to avoid, and moreover, you know, it's important for our statistics as 10 unkillable enemies. That's what I consider them to be, alright? So without further ado, let me start right away and light up a flare, which we will drop immediately, because behind this stone pillar, and actually most of them, are scorpions, right? So get rid of them first before you interact with the niches anyway, and this one will summon beetles, the other one will actually have a goodie in it, so I'm gonna show you where all the goodies are first, and the beetles second. Now let's go the opposite direction. Again, the pillar will shrink, but let's focus on the scorpion before there's a chance to poison us. And light up another flare because it's pitch black in here, which is not good. Not a very informative guide in that case. Small health pack, okay, not insulting. Let's go around the corner and kill another one of these scorpions. And yeah, I'm wasting flares left and right, but I think it's more important to actually see what's going on. Now forward we can go and interact with a niche, but that's just a beetle swarm. We'll do that during our second run. Let's go to the right. And over here I'm not gonna light up a flare because we have torches, which is kind of nice, you know. So 2 niches, both of them have beetle swarms. Oh, and there's a thing about beetle swarms I will explain, but later about that. Then another scorpion over at this crossroads over here. Let's have a slight detour to the left just to interact with the first niche. No need to worry about the scorpion behind this pillar because we were there from the other side. We just made a short loop to get here. Uzi clips, awesome. And now onward we go, and we are approaching the room with the eastern shaft key and a box in this pyramid. Okay, a familiar looking one. Alright, and again, let's pass by another 2 niches. This crossroad does not have a scorpion in it, but now, important fact, if you want to leave, just go forward. If you want to get what we came here for, which is what I assume you want to do, go to your right and face forward. Actually, south side, you know, I keep thinking about it as north, but we are in fact facing south. And I am going to equip a crossbow with explosive arrows, and you will soon understand why, which I think is going to be kind of hilarious. And there he is, another guardian of something. I guess in this case it's Khufu's queen's guardian? I'm not sure. And that's how easily they fall apart. I need to really inspect him in a closer, or it in a closer detail, and see if he's identical as to the Menkaure's guardian that we already faced off. Maybe it's exactly the same kind of enemy, and I should refer to them as shaft guardians or something like that. We'll see. Now, before you're too eager to collect the prize or, you know, engage him from up close, just be warned, scorpions abound, right? Whoa, I am risking a lot in terms of poisoning. So 3 scorpions will appear here. Thankfully, none of them really got the chance to do anything to us. So let's crowbar this thing out of its receptacle. And that's it. We officially have not only what we need to enter the Great Pyramid, but also what we need to enter the Temple of Horrors, which should really be a given, really. Okay, so to the right we go, and we interact with the first niche to get our hands on a large health pack, and I did something risky because I did not take care of the scorpion first, but let's see. Thank you, Lara, thank you very much. Beetle swarm on our left if you decide to interact with it. Onward we go. There should be another one. Yep, coming from behind the corner. And then yet another one behind this stone pillar. First, let's get rid of it, but not, you know, go too much forward because we don't want the pillar to close. Now, let's just interact with this receptacle, this niche. Shotgun shells! Yay! And now you officially have all the kills and all the items in the maze. Go to the left over here. Crossroad with torches is your point of reference. And now if you go to the right, you will have reached the labyrinth or maze entrance. And you can leave happily ever after. Now, I did promise you a Beetle run, and I fully intend to fulfill my word. So, if you're not interested in it, do skip ahead. I'm gonna leave the maze afterwards. But for now, let me show you where 10 swarms of beetles are. And by the way, there are 11 niches in this maze that trigger the beetles. However, similar to one of the challenge rooms in the underneath the Sphinx level, there is a total number of swarms that will appear no matter in which order you interact with the niches. So, whilst there are 11 of them, the very final niche, and that can be any one of these in this maze, will trigger no swarm, okay? So 10 is the limit for this particular room. Again, not sure why this is how it works, but that's how it is. But I have tested it. The niche we are going to touch as the last, where no swarm is going to come out from, is if it's, you know, not necessarily the first, but if you interact with it earlier, a swarm is going to come out of it. And if you choose a different niche to be the 11th one, again, no swarm will come out of it. But for now, we are following a very similar pattern to the one we did for just getting all the goodies. So this is swarm number 3. Okay, there's always an envoy of 1 or 2 of those beetles, which is kind of cute before the rest of the swarm comes out. It's like they're the bravest ones or something along those lines. Now, no need for a flare here because it's bright and illuminated. There was one beetle. And now let's just wait for the second swarm to show you I'm no liar. Very good, so that's number 5. Okay. There we go. Awesomeness. Now, this should be swarms 6 and 7 in the 2 niches that we previously ignored. Okay, the envoys are out, the rest of the swarm will follow, and yeah, number 7. Number 7, you there? Okay, thank you very much. And now we just go forward, we ignore the boss room, okay? This is where there was a large health pack. And by the way, these stone blocks do a good job of keeping some of those swarms away from Lara. See how little damage we took? Anyway, swarm number 8. Let's light up another one. Now let's pass the niche where the shotgun shells were, to our left. And the one after will have swarm number 9 coming of it. And now we are going to take a short loop through 2 unnecessary niches. And it doesn't matter which one you decide to interact with, the first one or the second one. So, for example, let me skip the first one. Let's touch this one, yeah. The swarm will come out. Oh, there they are. For a while I was worried. But this one, nothing will come out all of a sudden. Because we already have summoned 10 swarms, right? Okay, let's maybe get a move on. See, nothing is coming out before they take away our entire health. And this sort of loop is just gonna bring us back to the corridor we were in. So again, to the right we go. Past where the shotgun shells were, past where the ninth swarm was. And now into the torchlit crossroad. And from here, this should look very familiar. You will go all the way back, right? So 11 niches triggering beetle swarms, but in fact only populated by 10 beetle swarms. Strange thing, just like underneath the Sphinx level challenge. Okay, I am very glad to be out of that place, but the danger is not over yet. There are two places where it's ridiculously easy to fall to our death, and it has happened to me multiple times, so I'm really hoping this run will be golden, that we will not add another death to our statistic. Okay. Yeah, I think revolver is the strategic tool of choice for this particular challenge. Okay. Now, let's be very careful about a couple of things here. As soon as we land on the next square, a beetle will come and try to push us out, because that's what the beetles do. Sorry, not beetle. I should be consistent in my nomenclature. Scarab, right? So, let's instead surprise it with a side flip and shoot it down. My god, that was wonderful. You know, a shotgun wouldn't do that with its slower rate of fire. He would already have flown out of the possible angle of shooting. Whoa. Okay, okay, no falling debris yet. That is very good. But I'm kind of worried about this jump. Oh, no, oh my god, 3 pieces of falling debris, are you kidding me? Oh. Okay, I'm so nervous, we are so close to finishing the level. There are still 2 more scarabs to take care of, but I have a surprise for them. Okay, come on, you bastards. To the door, please, both of you, line up in orderly fashion. No nonsense, thank you. I think we made it, you know, unless I'll somehow manage to fall down now. Now, unlike at the entranceway to the Menkaures pyramid, there is no secret on these ledges, they are inaccessible. You can just go ahead and use the guard's keys, since we used the armory key before, on that one and only secret, and open up the path. My goodness, what a nerve-wracking level, so much can go wrong. So, before we take another step, let me just bring up the statistics screen. This was Khufu's Queen's pyramids. All 3 of them, we entered one, got our hands on the Eastern Shaft key, we now have all 4. Perfect. So we have found all 21 items, and we have killed 24 out of 34 enemies because of the 10 beetle swarms, which I consider unkillable enemies in the maze. And we have found this level 1 and only secret, the key to which we have got our hands on in Menkaures pyramid by sparing the soldier. Absolutely worth it, because we got our hands on killing a giant scorpion in its place. So, with that in mind, let me make a well-deserved save over here. And I will see you guys next time, finally inside the Great Pyramid.